Chiara Ferragni's retail company just went poof with 1.2 million euro in losses. And as if that wasn't enough, her new boyfriend has reportedly gone back to his ex. In this video, we unpack the shocking double downfall, a failed business venture that's now under liquidation, and a love story that unraveled just as fast. But was this breakup always in the cards? If your business crashed and your new relationship ended in the same week, what would you do first? Cry? Fly to the Maldives? Or post an aesthetic carousel on IG? Comment below. Chiara Ferragni's retail company Fenice Srl, launched in 2022, is officially shutting down. And it's not a soft landing. We're talking about a net loss of 1.2 million euros, confirmed by court documents. The company, which managed her branded physical retail stores, is now under liquidation, with just 30,000 euros in assets remaining. That's less than the price of her average handbag collab. Despite her massive following and brand deals, Fenice never turned into a cash cow. The company was supposed to scale Chiara's retail presence beyond digital, but it faced rising operational costs, changing consumer habits, and the lingering impact of post-pandemic retail slowdowns. In short, high expectations, low conversions. Let's not forget the Pandoro-Gate scandal. Just months ago, Chiara was fined for misleading advertising around her Christmas charity campaign, where profits from branded cakes didn't go where people thought. The backlash was swift: legal probes, lost trust, and multiple brands quietly stepping away. The timing couldn't be worse for a retail push. The business wasn't the only thing falling apart. Chiara and Fedez, Italy's ultimate influencer couple, officially split earlier this year. But it happened in silence. No big announcement, just subtle unfollows, icy public events, and then someone new. Enter Giovanni Tronchetti, heir to a powerful Italian business dynasty. To fans, it looked like Chiara was finding stability again, but not all fresh starts stick. Giovanni isn't a paparazzi regular, but he's well known in Milan's elite circles. Son of the Pirelli Empire, he's everything Chiara's followers weren't expecting: discreet, corporate, and far from the influencer world. They were spotted vacationing, dining, and quietly spending time together. Some sources whispered, she finally found someone outside the chaos. But fairy tales don't always last. In a turn nobody predicted, Giovanni has reportedly rekindled things with his longtime ex. It wasn't dramatic, just sudden. One week he was with Chiara, the next he was back where he started. No hard posts, no statements. Chiara has remained tight-lipped, but insiders say she was blindsided. 2 losses, 1 season, no explanations. Imagine losing your company and your partner in the same season. That's where Chiara is now, facing the kind of personal and professional unraveling that influencers rarely admit out loud. Once considered untouchable in digital entrepreneurship, she's now scrambling to stabilize what's left. The image of perfection she curated is glitching. Sometimes the brand breaks before the person does. Her Instagram tells a different story, or tries to. The usual radiant posts have shifted. Fewer candids, more polished ads. Gone are the behind-the-scenes giggles with Fedez or casual clips of daily life. Fans are noticing. Comments like, "Is she okay?" and "This doesn't feel like her anymore," are growing louder. Let's be clear, Chiara still owns other companies. TBS Crew and Sisterhood are operational, and she remains an equity partner in major brand collaborations. But Fenice's collapse could trigger more than just a financial shift. It's a wake-up call. Expect tighter budgets, fewer risks, and maybe even a rebrand. Have you ever followed an influencer who seemed to have it all, then watched it all unravel? Hit that like button if you're curious about what's really happening behind the filters. And subscribe for weekly media deep dives like this. Her loyal followers? Still there, but the tone has shifted. Where comments once overflowed with "Queen" and fire emojis, now you'll find, "This feels off, too corporate. Where's the Chiara we loved?" The polished aesthetic isn't landing like it used to. Authenticity fatigue is setting in, and fans can sense the disconnect. Here's the thing about Chiara. She's built her career on evolution. From fashion blogger to business mogul to reality star, she's pivoted more times than most CEOs. This moment might feel like a collapse, but it could be a calculated reset. The real question, is she ready to trade curation for vulnerability? If there's one takeaway from Chiara's collapse, it's this. A massive audience doesn't guarantee business success. Influence can attract attention, but it can't replace strategy, logistics, or long-term planning. Fenice failed not because she wasn't famous, but because fame alone isn't a business plan. Behind the scenes, rumors are flying. Chiara is reportedly being courted for a docuseries or a full reality comeback. Think rebranding via streaming. And let's face it, few know how to tell a story like she does. If she leans in, the collapse could become content. Insiders say Chiara's team is torn. Some push for rest and reflection, suggesting she step back from public life. Others want her to own the moment and repackage the crisis. But one thing's clear, her next move will define her legacy. Will it be healing or more hustle? Despite the setbacks, the fashion world hasn't turned its back. Chiara still commands attention at runway shows and in luxury circles. Industry insiders know that scandals fade, but style, when packaged right, can always return. A comeback capsule? A reinvention collab? It's all on the table. Chiara built her empire on curated perfection. Jet-set life, flawless family, designer everything. But perfection is heavy and brittle. Now we're seeing what happens when the illusion cracks. In 2024, the audience wants raw, vulnerable, real. The new currency isn't gloss, it's grit. No dramatic video, no teary notes app. Chiara has stayed silent, just a few posed posts and business-as-usual captions. But maybe that is the message. She's choosing silence over spectacle. For now. Behind the stillness, something's brewing. Sometimes quiet is the loudest thing you can say. Chiara Ferragni's fall wasn't just a failed business or a breakup. It was a cultural reset. The next version of her won't be curated, glossy, or untouchable. It'll be tested, real, and maybe more powerful than ever. Stay tuned.